Okay, I'll stop. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Aiden, that's just me, and today we are going to be reading some weird Reddit stories. So yeah, and I finally have a T-shirt on because it's like a million degrees in my house. So yeah, I actually have my hoodie I was wearing just a little bit ago right here. Let's get right into doing this. So this story is called "She Was Never Mine." My what? My wife, Clara, used to be the most grounded person I knew. She liked schedules, shampoo mile. What? I suck at reading, so like this is what you guys gonna get. Like, cause I'm not good at reading. And vacuuming on Sundays, she hated sci-fi movies and couldn't stand conspiracy theories. She laughed at people who talked about aliens. Is aliens real? Is aliens real? Because like, are they? Because like, do they just come from the moon onto Earth just to visit, and then like like morph into a human and be like, yo, what up? I'm your best friend Tony. You know what I'm saying? Like, then one night she fainted in the kitchen. Man, go help her, please. Her blood pressure had crashed. I found her on the floor, eyes rolled back, twitching like something was trying to claw its way out of her body. The doctors called it vasophilic synthrophy. Future Aiden, can you put the definition up here? Because I don't know what that is. Said it was nothing but Clara was never the same after that. So when he said her eyes rolled back, is it like the Undertaker one? But I can't do it. But like, is it like Undertaker style? It started small, lights flickering, phones dying around her. She said she felt pulled by something she couldn't explain. Then began every night the same. A tall figure at the foot of the bed, whispering in a language she didn't understand. She started dreaming in symbols and circles, eyes, and it started that blood light. What? Yeah, that is very interesting. She said they were watching her. At first, I thought she was having a breakdown, but then the power in her house started soaring. Our TV turned on by itself, always the static itself, always the static. I saw her levitating once, just for a moment. Maybe it was a trick of the eye. Maybe it wasn't. Have you seen those pranks on TikTok? It's been a while since the pranks happened. Like they will like make it look like they're floating, like they have a blanket over them with their like shoes on their hands, and they're just like, I'm levitating. Like, is this what it is? Is it like a prank or like what is it? She told me she told me she had been taken. This she said told her wait She said they told her it wasn't human, that she was placed here among us, but never belonged and never was meant to belong. That they were coming back for her soon. Her voice was different when she said it. Hollow, mechanical, or I checked her into what? Does it look like I can read? I can barely read the word had, and you're expecting me to read whatever that word is. The next day, she didn't even resist. She looked at me like I was a child who hadn't seen the storm yet. When she came out 3 weeks later, she was calm, too calm. No more. Okay, we're gonna blur that, Aiden. Thank you. No more ranting. She smiled at me with her eyes that weren't hers. Her touch was colder. She slept through the night. She kissed me like a stranger. 3 days later, I woke up. She was gone. She was gone. Did she leave? Like, did she say, you know what, Tony or Todd or whatever your name is? I don't know why I had to start with a T. I'ma leave out that door. No signs of forced entry. Her purse was on the table. Her phone was on the charger. Her car in the driveway. Her clothes still hanging in the closet. The front door was locked from the inside. The police were useless. They called it a disappearance. But I know the truth now. The night before she vanished, I found her standing in the backyard looking up. There was a light in the sky pulsing. She turned to me and said, "I'm not yours to keep." That was the last thing she ever said to me. Every night since, I heard whispers and static, and sometimes I see her silhouette on the foot of my bed waiting. That is that is creepy, dude. Like, so she was on something. I'm not gonna say what it is because I don't know if YouTube would allow that. But she was obviously on something, and most of these words I don't know what they mean. That was an interesting story to say the least. Um, so she could have got kidnapped, or she could have just left and said, I'm done. I came to the cabin for silence. The the deadliness, the city noise, the constant motion. I thought a week alone would help me think, help me write. The silence is uncomfortable and maddening illusion. It gnaws at my brain. It doesn't soothe. It hollows like it's pushing a void inside a vacuum any memory of happiness. Dang, that's already starting dark and we're not even halfway through. Like, dang. So you went in and you went to go get silence. Yeah, sometimes you need silence, dude. Sometimes you're stressed. You need a minute to sit down and be like, like, especially when you're stressed, you need some silence and meditation. You need whatever. I don't meditate, but it seems like it's a good idea when you're stressed. First, the bird song disappeared. Then the ticking of the old wall clock. Then my thoughts. By day four, I was losing time. I'd blink and hours were gone. I'd stare at the page and forget how to form a sentence. I forgot my protagonist's name, then my wife's, then my own. For a moment too long at night, it wasn't truly silent anymore. There were soft clicks behind the wall, a dragging sound across the floor upstairs, whispers in my voice I almost recognized. This reminds me of like the most silent room. Like if you stay in for too long, you start going crazy or whatever. This is what it's reminding me of. I feel like he should not be like. Isn't it like too dangerous to be in silence for too long? Then I saw my reflection. It looked like me, but it wasn't me. It smiled white was wider. Its eyes still it mouthed words. It mouthed words I couldn't hear or and grinned like it knew something I'd forgotten. I smashed the mirror, didn't help. Now I sleep in short bursts and write notes on my arm. My name, the day, leave. But I don't leave. I can't. The road bends back to the cabin no matter what which way I drive. The silence has filled the house. It's filling me. Tomorrow I may forget how to speak. The day after, I may forget how to be. If you find this, don't try to understand. Silence isn't peaceful, it's hungry. So, you should not be in that silence for too long. So, don't take any words from me, but I think you should go and talk to someone and not just be in your silence. Because sometimes it's good to be silent, have nothing bother you, but it should usually gets to the point where you need to not be in the silence forever. I don't know if it started recently or if I just didn't notice before, but my girlfriend blinks wrong. You know how the upper eyelid usually co- co- covers more of the eye than the lower. Well, sometimes she does it backwards. Huh? Like her eyes turn inside out. How do you blink wrong? How do you blink backwards? Like you just this is all you do. I don't know if you guys can hold your eyes like not blink for a while. But sometimes I would like, especially when I was younger, I would forget to blink, and then when I remembered, I would blink and it would burn. Hello, my name is Billy, and I have a brother named Todd. I don't know why I'm always obsessed with Tony and Todd. Like that's like two of the main names. Like it was a caterpillar, or I named him Tony or Todd. I forgot which one it was. It's just like a tiny detail. She's beautiful and everything, but it's like that thing they say about not noticing something because you don't pay attention. Like when you start counting all the red cars on the highway and suddenly you see a lot of them. She blinks like that a lot. It's a small stain or on a big white canvas you can't stop staring at. At first, it was only sometimes or once every few days, or when we were alone. That's why it took me so long to really notice. What if he's just noticing something that's not real? Like, what if he? I don't even know why I have my headphones on. Why do I have my headphones on? Oh shoot, my hair looks goofy. Let's just shove that back there. Anyways, how do you like notice that small? And how do you even blink wrong? Like you blink like this. Like how do you? How can you blink wrong? Like I'm still trying to figure out how she can blink backwards or wrong. You know what I'm saying? I even mentioned to some of my friends we have we have in common some friends we have in common. No one else seems to notice. They think I'm imagining things. You probably are. And the strangest part is when we're around other people, who might notice. She doesn't do it all at all. Family gatherings, outings with friends, public places, no backwards blinks. So she could be doing it intentionally, or she could just not notice that she's doing it at all. It's like she knows when to stop, so everyone thinks it's just in my head. I start doubting myself, but when it's just the two of us, there it is again. What scares me the most is that I can't bring myself to mention it, not because she stops me, but because every time I'm about to say something, fear grabs me. It's like some part of me knows, she knows, I know,
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
and that she's just waiting for me to admit it so she can finally tell me the truth. And I don't want to know the truth. Once standing in front of me of the mirror, I saw her reflection. She didn't blink. She just stared back, and then she said softly, "Stop ignoring it." Okay, that's creepy, dude. If you're like staring in the mirror, like doing something, like let's say you're doing your hair, or you're just looking at yourself, or you're brushing your teeth, and she's over here like, "Stop ignoring it." You're over here like, oh my god, where did you come from, Suzanne? You scared the crap out of me, dude. She's like, I know, you know I can blink backwards. And then she starts blinking backwards, and you're like, oh my god, no! Get away from me, I know Kung Fu. And she's like, I know how to blink backwards. So I think like one good more story that seems interesting. Okay, this isn't too long. Don't know why I clapped like that. Okay, this story happened to a cousin of mine. She says I live with my wait. She says I live with my mother in a small apartment in Alabama. Alabama. I know I'm saying that wrong. I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong. After my father passed away, our lives became quiet, maybe too quiet. I said quiet. I meant quiet. The building has good people, but the one that was always a mystery was the apartment next to ours. For this From this apartment, no one ever heard a sound knocking, no music, not even sound of water running. Somebody might not be living there, you know. One time I was coming home at night around 1 a.m. when I heard a faint sound like a little girl crying standing right behind the door. I put my ear up to it. Why would you do that? I don't know. I swear to God, I heard a little girl's voice say, "No one believes me, but I'm still here." That's kind of creepy. Over here, like, hear this, and no one believes me, but I'm still here. You're like, holy cow! What do you do? Just be like, hello, anybody in there? Can I come in? Like, and plus, why are you creeping on this house? Like, that's kind of creepy. I mean, you're over here like, I mean, guess why? I get why you would do that because you're curious, but wouldn't you just run away and move out? I ran. I actually ran and told my mom. My mom said sharply, "Daughter, stop this nonsense! Nonsense! That apartment has been locked for 4 years. This many. The man who lives there died, and the police broke down the door and took him away." I told her, "Then how does the door open?" She told me nothing opens. It's just my imagination. But since then, every time I pass by the door, I sometimes smell the scent of an old incense and shiver run through my whole body. I decided to try something. I took my phone and started a voice recording while placing it to the next to the door. When went back to listen to the recording, I heard my own voice saying, No one believes, but I'm still here. Tell me, was it me who was recording or the person inside? Wait, what if you're like so tired, like no one believes me, I'm still in here. You said it by, and then you go home. Like, what if you like so tired you do that? I don't think anybody would, but just imagine if you did. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe, because why wouldn't you want to subscribe to the best YouTuber in the world and not make you awesome? Don't you want to be awesome? Anyways, and have a good